said good morning. Welcome to build day. I believe it is either 36 or 37. I think it's 37. Yeah, we're going through the tube hallway. Late start today. I've been out here since about 8, since about 8 this morning. Got going at 8, mowing the backyard. We had some blowing, miscellaneous yard work to do. About 9:30, we left. And I know you're getting knocked around because of the tubes. Sorry. But we got a late start. Like I said, we did the backyard. About 9:30, we went grocery shopping. We're home by about 10:30, 11 o'clock. You know, by the time we got done unloading and getting the truck parked. And decided, well, I'm going to get me something to eat. Went downstairs, had lunch, and I'm now just getting out here. It's going on almost 1. But yesterday, and Sue Ann's beating me. She's been out here putting pumpkins in, here and there. Morgan's been out in the backyard raking the grass. I just asked her to come out here and do this because, as you can see, the pathway is just a disaster. So we're going to have a rake in here. You put a swung gourd in here too. Not too bad. Got a swung gourd there and another pumpkin. But anyway, I was going to go cut through here. But I got a problem. There's a ladder in the way. And a wheelbarrow full of hay, which I left in here because I'm going to need it for the chain hallway display. And yes, I got the panels twinkling. I need the power on so I can put the lights in. I've got 3 floodlights. I think I'm going to put one here, aimed down at them. Another one here to highlight them. And I might put a 3rd one in here. I don't know. Maybe I only need 2. But I'll be able to tap into the power on the walls, I hope. Okay. Either from this side or the other side. I can probably stick it through there and hook it up. You know, the power lights. But anyway, I got to get the 2 lights in. We got to get the hay in. And then we got to get the fence panel in. And this display is done. It's going to be a quickie. Our main project for today, however, is in here. Today is the day we start doing the water room. And I think we're going to start with this one here. Normally, I clear everything out. I get all the liners in. And then I come back through and I start putting things back where they belong and putting, you know, in the water walls case, putting it together and stuff. I may do it just the opposite this year. I may come in here instead and do the pond for the water wall and then get the water wall put together. Because there is just so much stuff and I really don't have room to put it all. One thing that's definitely going to have to come out no matter which pond I start on is going to have to be the fencing here. But the stakes I'll probably leave. I don't know. I am not sure how I'm going to do it. All I know is I got to get stuff out of the way so I can get all the ponds done. So, we're going to have fun. We'll see where we get to on this. I'm sitting here looking at fences right now and trying to figure out what I am going to do. So, anyway, we've got the chain haul to do, and then we're going to be over here in the water room, and we'll get started on this one. I'm definitely going to have to drag my extension cord over here in order to get enough light, because I know I'm going to be out here after dark, and I might as well get the light and stuff wired up and working over here so I have it. Anyway, that's what we got plans on today. We're going to do the chain haul first, get it done, and then we're going to be in the water room probably the next couple of days. Because it's going to take a while to get everything done. And it's just not the matter of taking stuff out, putting the liners in, putting everything back in, putting it together. I've got to run power to things. Like I've got all the pumps for all the fountains. They need their own electrical circuit, which gets plugged in out by the skeleton. So when I hit the blow up button on my power box, the blow up out there, the Skelly eyes on the 12-foot Skelly, and the water pumps all turn on at the same time. So I've got to do that. The fan blade on the water wall and the black light that goes up there needs a power cord ran, and this needs to be ran, and that needs to be ran, and it's gonna take a while. We'll be at it for a couple of days. Breakfast of the day: a Jimmy Dean sausage patty. Trying to get by the wheelbarrow here. Jimmy Dean sausage patty with 2 slices of the cheese covered in mayo and a Coke and a handful of mints. That's all I've had all day today. So that's where we're at, guys. Let's get to it. Oh, we've had a busy day. Got the water blaster in, zombie baits in. I just got him in, and the water wall is all assembled. I am missing one part which won't go in until all the ponds are done, and that's the pump. And the pump goes inside in the corner, and this gets zip tied to the edge here, so it's out of the way of the fan, which I might go ahead and do now. I still need to get the fencing up, which I'm going to do here in just a bit. I got to go get the screws for it, because I used the screws I had for it on something else. But I'm thinking zombie bait, the light, black light, and the fan blade all need power. I think I'm going to go ahead and get those wired and drop down so they're tied into T3 and are good to go. That way I don't have to do it later. The water pump I'll probably put in tomorrow. I don't feel like fucking with that tonight. Or I might wait until such time as I have all the pumps in. That way I can figure out my wiring, because it goes to a different power source than T3. But we're going to see how far we can get. Like I said, I'm going to need to get the wiring straightened out for these 3 items. I'm going to do that, and then I need to get the fencing on here, and then we're done with this one. And it's almost dinner time. And I think after dinner, we're going to come out here, get all the tubs off. We're going to get the fencing down here in this area, and then we're going to do this pond next. Get it lined, and then I can get the lights installed and that, power ran to them, get the tubs put back on, get that guy placed, and go from there. Just keep working my way through. I'll do each display that way. So like with that one over there, I got to take everything out, put the liners in, put everything back in, get things wired, whatever needs to be wired in there, and just keep going on along. The mermaid needs her leash, the dragons need their collars. I need to get rigged up for the pump and everything. And right now the dragons are just sitting there, they're not attached. I got to get them attached too. So anyway, we are making progress. So it doesn't seem like I've made much. This water wall, God, there's what, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 18 different pieces just to this water wall. And to get it all put together is a lot of fun. And trying to do it without popping the liners makes it even more interesting. But anyway, I've got to go get an extension cord so I can get things wired up, for the 3 items, the fan blade, the light, and the zombie bait. We got to get the fences in, and then we'll start working over here and seeing where we can get over here. So let's see what happens, folks. Alright, I have no idea what time it is. I came back out after dinner, left my cell phone in the house. So not only have I not been listening to Spotify, I haven't been able to, I checked the time. So I have no idea what time it is. All I know is I'm getting sleepy, so I'm ready to call it quits before I screw something up royally. We got that done. And the green guy over there sitting. Go over this way. That guy right there belongs over here. Until I get this done, I can't put him in. We got the pond liner in. I got the lights installed on the pumping station as well as in that guy. And I got everything wired together and it's ran over this corner. I just need my main power feed from here to my power station up on the front porch so I can get those turned on. I had hoped tonight to go ahead and get the shells, clam shells back on the front here and get the fountain reattached. That's going to have to be tomorrow. I'm in no shape for it tonight. I'm just getting way too tired. But we have made some progress in here. And like I said, when we got ready to start the water room, it's a multi-day thing. There is still a lot to do. Even when I get all the ponds to that stage that the water wall is currently in, I still need to come back, put the pumps in, and then get them all wired up. I have a brain box sitting over on the barrel that runs the water blasters that these two guys hold, and the zombie bait as well. That needs to get put in. Air needs to be done. You know, just one thing after the other. This is probably the most complicated set that we've got in the haunt. You know, and it's just because we're working with water, so everything's got to be done and wired a certain way. You know, when you're working with both household current AC and low voltage and you're around water, you wire things a certain way to keep everybody safe. You know, after everything is wired and done, I've got a full sheet of plexiglass in the shop that I bought a couple of years ago that I forgot I had. I found it this year when I was cleaning out my shed, or cleaning out my storage locker. I've got to get it out here, and we've got to get it cut up and put in here to help with the fountain, which likes to splash. It doesn't splash out this way all that much. It shoots out more toward the sides. So, you know, I'll put a piece in over here and another piece in over there, you know, just to kind of keep, you know, the overspray out. And then I'll come back through and put whatever I have left down here, you know, just to help, just to play it safe. I know I didn't do that last year, and we ended up with a marsh right through the pathway, and it was a muddy mess. We had to reseed that area like 4 different times to get it to fill in this year. So this year I'm cutting up the plexiglass and I'm going to use it. Past that. Stay tuned for your end of the day wrap up, and I can ramble more then. End of the day wrap up, and a very sleepy wrap up. Reason being, time I got the truck parked and we got in here and just killed the power in the power box so everything shut down. It's 9:45, almost 10 o'clock. No wonder my eyes are getting heavy. Long day. I was up at, what was it, 5:30 this morning. It doesn't seem like we got a whole hell of a lot done, but we actually did. We got the lights up in the chain hallway, and I forgot to give you a night shot of that. The reason why I didn't do it was I wasn't gonna grab the cell phone just to show you one display, and something as tiny as that. You can wait till we're done with the water room, and I'll give you a night shot of the chain hole and the water room together. Water room, we did the biggest mess first, and that was the water wall. A liner actually took about 15-20 minutes to put in. Yeah, about 20 minutes. The water wall, on the other hand, took several hours to get put in. And that took a while. Of course, it also didn't help that, you know, we got a late start today because of errands to do. But we got them done, didn't we, KK? We got our errands done. You know, she sat down. She wants me in the house. Daddy was out here late. But, got our errands done, and we didn't make it. We didn't do too bad. Got quite a ways on the pumping station pond. Liners in, lights are installed. They're all wired except for the main power line that runs from here out to them, which will be done first thing tomorrow morning once we get out here. So I can double check and make sure all the lights are functioning properly. Hate to get the clamshells on and come to find out one of the lights is burned out or acting weird or something. So it's best to get the power feed ran and get it taken care of. As far as tomorrow, it's running that power feed, getting the pumping station buttoned up, getting the guy that goes in there back in there, and we're just going to continue on. There are so many little facets that need to be done in there. It's pathetic. We're going to be at it all day again tomorrow in the water room. Hopefully we can get the last 2 ponds in the water room done, and hopefully over into the hammer and clowning and get the pond done in that one. That's a quick, simple one. In fact, I might jump in and do that one tomorrow before I go too far on the water room. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But anyway, sorry for no nighttime footage tonight. Like I said, when we get done with the water room, I'll give you some nighttime footage of that. Past that, stay spooky, stay toxic.